Good morning, everybody. It is Friday and I am on my way to the post office. I have a couple of things to mail out. One is another textbook that I sold on Amazon, and another one is a little gift that I'm sending somebody. And so I have to venture out into the cold. Also, I am on a mission to find a sled for my son for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're supposed to get quite a bit of snow, and it is his first time seeing snow, so he's very excited. And we live near the park. We live near Prospect Park, where there's a lot of hills, and you know, kids usually sled down the hills in the winter and so on and so forth. And it was already too late for Amazon when we decided to buy it, and Prime now I didn't have any, so I have to find it locally, and I'm crossing my fingers that I do. There's a good toy store, a local toy store, not like fancy store stuff, just you know, cheap toys, that I'm gonna go check out and see if they have it. Have you ever noticed the brownstones in this neighborhood? I don't live in a brownstone, but I think it's every New Yorker's dream, and every person who lives in New York's dream, to live in a brownstone and own a brownstone. However, I don't know how it is in other areas, but in this area, most of these brownstones and most of these row houses are not actually one family homes. They're divided into apartments. And so even if you do live in a brownstone, chances are it's an apartment. Stuff mailed off, and now to the toy store. I gotta find the entrance. Okay, it's not really a cheap toy store. What I meant by that was, it's not like a specialty toy store like all the toy stores in this neighborhood, which are very expensive, and they are like artisanal, organic even. I don't think organic, but like artisanal toys and things like that. This is just a normal toy store. Mission accomplished. Got the board. It's huge to carry around. It is a two-person board. The other one, not the round one, but the other one in this style was one person, and I figured if I get a big one, then I can go on it too. And my son, I think, will have a blast. Check it out. Looking forward to it. So this year I actually left buying school books until late, because I had mentioned before that I was going to use all library books, but then I realized that for me to do that I had to actually go into the library, because the books are placed on reserve, which means I can only use them in the library and not take them out. And that's a pain in the butt, especially when you have, you know, 10-12 people trying to read the same book on the same week. It was just insane. So I thought that I would just go ahead and buy my books. I am reading quite a few online because they are available as ebooks. It's not my favorite method, but I also don't want to spend money on books I'm never gonna use again, because one of those classes is not directly in my field. So I bought all the books for the class in my field, and some of the ones for the other one that I couldn't find as ebooks, and they have started to arrive. Here they are, some of them anyway. Fun stuff. But here, these two are shrink wrapped, and some books come like this sometimes. I hate it. I hate it. Not because, okay, so I hate it for a crazy silly reason. Scratch myself. The reason being that I have this thing about opening new things. It makes me uneasy And if a book is just, you know, a book, you open it, what have you, that's it. But if you open the shrink wrap books, that's it. They are open and that's it. So I always leave those to open when I'm actually going to read them. And last semester there was one that I ended up reading, I believe, online, and I was still within my return period to Amazon, so I returned it. So I'm glad I didn't open that one. But yeah, and this is probably another one that I haven't opened, and Bob Sugar just arrived. It seems like I haven't finished opening a box and the other one is already here. Look at you two.
Hey, you throwing snow at me? Cheeky monkey.
Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday and it is the middle of the snowstorm, and because we have never, not we, but the monkey has never actually seen snow or snowfall, we are venturing out, and yeah, it's coming down pretty hard. Expedition Everest. It's just after 7 p.m. now, and the snow has not stopped since last night when it started about between 9 and 9:30, I think, and it is insane. Right now, not so much, but there was a time when the snow was falling horizontally because the wind was so nuts. There were a lot of restaurants and things that were advertising that they were still open, and at 2:30 p.m., well, just before 2:30, the city sent out an alarm that all non-essential vehicles had to be off the roads by 2:30 p.m. So there is no traffic in New York City. I haven't been to Manhattan because also the overground lines and the line portions of the line that are exposed to the outside are closed. It's not like we would have gone anywhere anyway. It is insane. The wind is crazy out there. Let me see if you can see it from here. Look at that. That is the snow blowing in front of the light. Right there, next to the bottom of that pole, that there used to be a trash can there, and now you can't see it. It's just crazy, and the streets are dead. There's no cars anywhere. So even though we went out there, it wasn't a good day for sledding. It's supposed to stop snowing this heavily, I think probably like around 4 o'clock in the morning, and then there's gonna be some light snow between then and noon, but nothing like we've had today. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to go out there and sled.
I hope so.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, and this is the aftermath of the shoveling. of the snow. Clearly I didn't shovel it. And it looked so pretty yesterday, all white on the ground with no cars.
Ow.
And now
No more.
it's just black sludge. What's up?
You throw a big snowball at me.
Come on, I said let's make it to the park. Come on. The idea, if we make it to the park, is I'm gonna take some pictures before it gets struggling with people. Oh, it's still bright. And then we are going to go sledding. So first time for everybody. Well, I have snow tubed, but definitely first time for the monkey. So my idea was to take some pictures, you know, like scenic pictures before the snow got disturbed. But one, there's actually already quite a few people in the park, and two, with this posse, it's not gonna happen. I can't get them to walk 3 feet without having to inch them along like I'm herding cattle, even though they knew that I was coming to take pictures. Haha, that would have cost you dearly, dear. There he comes.
You want to build a fort? Let's get to the fort. Smile, sweetie.
I know you're out of power. You gotta go back up now.
You can go over there. You can't go over there.
It is insanity right now. It is super busy. So, and we haven't had breakfast. Only the kids had breakfast, and we're very thirsty. So we're gonna go eat something, and I think maybe if he behaves well,
Which he isn't.
we'll come back. We just had lunch, breakfast, whatever you want to call it. Brunch. So let's go. Let's go with that. And we're gonna head back to the park for more sledding, but before we do that, we're gonna get a bottle of water because we were just so thirsty at the park because we didn't think about bringing water. So we're just gonna walk down the block and then walk right back to the park. And the battery on this is dying. Whew, okay, I think we are done for the day. Yeah, come on. It is way too crowded now to be safe. I took down a kid when I was down the slope. Come on, baby. With my own kid. Oh, this way.
Put this in one of your pockets.
And then somebody took out my kid. Because the thing is, I mean, when you're going down the slope, obviously you have no control. But then, come on. Oh, but then the people who are coming back out the slope are not looking, so they get taken out. And it's just insanely crowded.
So,
How many times did you get taken out?
Huh?
how many crashes did you have of other people crashing into you?
I don't know. Oh, and another time he was riding with me on my back and he wasn't holding tight enough, so he rolled off into the ice and he did like several turns. So I think we're done. It was fun, and I'm glad we came early when it wasn't as crowded.
Dangerous.
Yeah, but I think that's enough for one day.